Latin, country, pop, rock and roll, all in one station, mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY, New Waverly, Texas, 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Texas Crawfish and Music Festival. Come and enjoy the best crawfish in town. Music party for the entire family, April 27th and 28th. Save the date. Performing live, country music artist Junior Gordon. Special guest Curtis Grimes. And more artists. Doors open at noon both days at Preservation Park in Old Town Spring. Children under 5, free with an adult, $12 tickets priced at the gate. Purchase your tickets online at TexasCrawfishFestival.com. Sponsored by Planet Ford, Comfort Suites, Harris County Emergency Medical Services, Global Live, and KNLY 91.1 FM The Boss. We will see you there.
This was a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Good afternoon. This is Ron, your host for today. We also have Candy, my co-host here, and we're here to talk about getting started in real estate. How you doing, Candy?
Hola, muy bien. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, me too. What have you been doing today?
Oh my goodness, running around, but we have an opportunity to come over here to the boss. Thank you so much,
Sure.
Dr. Hugo and everybody here. We're so glad to be here, and we're talking about real estate, just the basics about real estate, which is our business, and just a little bit of information. Just people that are out there, they're always asking when we say we do real estate, they're like, oh wow, we catch their attention. We know that already. So Ron is an expert in that, so I'm going to go ahead and give a little bit more info.
I just follow your lead. You are a boss 101. I am just the follower of the boss. No, but real estate has been, it's been great to us. I mean, what we're here to talk about today is we're just giving you an intro to real estate investing. For those of you who may consider, going into the area of real estate, we're going to give you a few points on how to get started, where to go to, talk about some of the local RIAs, and, just to plug you in the right way so that you are better informed to make good decisions, in this real estate, and if you're looking to get into real estate investing. So, Candy, tell me a little bit tell the audience a little bit about your experience coming into real estate.
Well, one of the most important things, and I would say starting in this business, you need to start going to events and getting a good mentor, someone to guide you, someone to help you. Don't start blind, and especially, don't put your money blindly into something. So get good advice. And there is a lot of
something.
Huh? Right. No. I mean, there's a lot of information online, a lot of free information that's available right there, and there's a lot of local people that are always willing to help. We are always willing to help people and guide people the right path. But not necessarily with us. There's a lot of people out there that are very, very good in this business, and I think that's one of the most important things. When you get started, get a good mentor by your side to help you out, and then of course, you have to take action. That is another thing. Don't read and overwhelm yourself with information, and then you don't come and take action. That will be useless. So go ahead and take that step and get it done and get your first deal under your belt. And it's exciting when you do that. It's exciting when you have a deal and you can talk about it, and you tell people what you did, and they get excited, and then money starts motivating you, and then you start sharing with other people, and it's like it's a very good business. Me myself, I've been in the business for a little bit over 6 years full time, and I'm one of those persons that I will do something even if I didn't know what I was doing. I did it. I mean, it's like, and God was
I can
very
vouch for
good
that.
with me. Yes, no. But I've got into trouble. But that's part of the learning in this business. You have to go out there and get it done.
Hey, that's well said. I mean, there's so many platforms to stand on in real estate. I mean, you have to be cautious on the information you're receiving too, and how you apply it in your life, because it's like any profession. You know, it takes some time to study and get acclimated to what's going on, and put your best foot out there. You know, you got to do the actions. I mean, part of real estate investing, the emphasis on the word investing. You have to do some due diligence. Understand, you know, there's nothing ever wrong with getting a professional mentor to help you guide it, someone who has a track record, you know, because there's laws that protect us and regulate us too, so we have to be in compliance with those things too. But, you know, we don't want to, you know, go into most of that, but what we like to do is this, give you kind of the framework of where to get started in the right direction. And as Candy said, you know, when you're going into this, you know, find some of the local RIAs and get plugged into the local RIAs. You're going to meet many professionals there, and those network events are great. They're informative. There's a lot of smart people there, and they're always looking to, you know, JV, which is joint venture with other people, other investors, and you'll learn a lot there, because most of them have very sophisticated speakers there, professionals who've been in business for a long time. They're there to help guide you. So, you know, the first step is always the hardest, and that's get yourself going. You know, there's no success that's ever achieved without the person putting some action into what they're doing. So that's the first thing, as we both said, you know, getting started. So what are some of the steps, like when you go into a RIA? What can you expect going into like a local RIA?
Well, you expect to make a lot of friends, and it is yeah, and drink a little bit, because most of the real estate events now there's a lot of
they got
a lot
food and
of
drink?
beer, free food and drinks. That's a motivating factor to go there. But no. Other than you of course you have a good time and everything. There's a lot of good information there, and you will have an opportunity to meet, you know, with the right people in this business. And like I said, that was one of the most important things, you know, to me, is like finding the right people to help me navigate through the through the different scenarios in this. We've done so many difficult transactions, and well, we just finished one literally last week that it gave us a headache, but we were able to make it happen.
You get it done. You know, part of Candy's personality, my personality is a little different. You know, I'm more, you know, technically involved, where I want to study stuff and have a good understanding, but I'm very action oriented. Where Candy, I mean, you know, Candy, wait. She jumped in with the
I'm
sharks,
already doing it.
and she didn't ask if the sharks were fed already, and she just goes at it. But, you know, there's an admiring point to that, you know, because, you know, whether you learn by going through some trial and error, where you learn by, you know, there's many ways to learn, and the ultimate goal from both of us is that you have to take action to be able to do this. And then surround yourself with like-minded people. You know, success is not luck. Success is not something that's, you know, just pops up on you. It's a planned endeavor, and the more you understand it, the more you put your heart into it, you're going to get the success out of it. The hardest part is getting your first deal. You know, and Candy and I have...
It feels good.
No, it feels great. I mean, we've done so many deals together, and literally we've had to work for our money with some of these case studies. And that's basically what you're building. You're building case studies around, and the better prepared you are, and the better understanding you have about the industry, you start to look a little bit outside of the scope of the industry, outside of the box, if one would say, and you start to figure things out, like, what if I did this? Or what is this? How do I solve this? The one thing that we always talk about is that we don't ever have a distressed house. We have distressed people. So we have to learn how to deal with people. And when you can deal with people, the house is not the problem. You just have to figure out how to deal with the people. So there's a psychology to the madness a little bit, but that's a growing thing. You have to learn this as you go along. But Candy, I mean, was there a deal that you can think of that we did that was like really like took you to stretch you to the limits?
Well, I guess we could talk a little bit about the one we just finished,
Yeah,
which
that was a challenge.
Now, it was a deal that we were literally closed, signed, done, funded, and it was still not completely closed. And it's like first time it ever happens, you know, in the 6 years that I've been doing this, that a transaction that is already been through title and signed and everything that is still on hold. So we were able to figure that out, but it was a lot of, like you say, dealing with the people that were very, very distressed. So and I feel like right now we've done so many deals and solve so many problems that I don't think nothing that comes along we're not going to know how to do it. I mean, pretty much we've done everything.
I know that's true.
Difficult deals.
That is true. You know, the important part of this is that it took time, though. I mean, Candy and I have been working together for quite some time, and you know, we learned how to feed off of each other and so forth. Her strengths are her strengths, mine are mine. But together, when you come together, you actually end up solving problems, and that's like within the industry. You know, learning an industry is with anything. You're going to learn how to solve problems, and I think that's the key to real estate because it's such a multifaceted industry. You can learn so much about it. You can build a portfolio that is so diverse just on real estate alone. It's amazing. And literally, if you do it the right way, I mean, it really can change your life. You know, so these times that we spent together, I mean, I remember commercial properties we did where it was like we found out that 11 feet of the lot was encroached on another lot, and it happened to be the other owner. I mean, it was a thing we had to solve, but we actually solved it. It took us about a month.
Encroachment. That was the word for that one. Encroachment.
That is correct. Yeah, and we actually solved it, and it turned out to be a hefty payday for it.
Got paid pretty well on that one,
Yeah.
actually, but it took about 30 days, just on an average on a transaction, just for people to know, you know, how long does it take from the very beginning of the deal when you're negotiating it in until they actually come to the closing table. You're looking roughly around 30 days. You know, that will be an estimated good time frame, you know, to close on a deal. And if you do it sooner, I like to do it sooner. I like my wholesale deals. You know, there's a lot of different strategies we can use in real estate investing, but wholesaling has been one of the best ones for me. Easy, quick, in and out, and we're done. We're getting paid. So that. I mean, to me, it has been really good. We're moving into bigger and better things now. But
We also know that wholesaling is one of those things where it takes little to no money. It's all transactional
That's
based
important,
on
yes.
contracts. You know, a lot of laws have changed over the last 10 years pertaining to real estate investing as a whole. You know, especially in the wholesale market and so forth. So, you know, that's another thing that comes along every
stay
day.
informed.
Every day you have to put, I would say, at least a good hour in the morning, you know, of learning your field, learning what's going on. Because the more you know, the better equipped, the more you get paid. That's how I look at it. Because you can solve a lot more problems. You know, I can't tell you how many times we run across where people can't solve or don't know how to do something. We can come in and it's quite simple. It's just education. It's not rocket science. But you have to have a will to be able to get out there and learn this. It's like anything. You cannot be successful part-time. There's no such thing as that. So, you know, Candy, you know, I admire her because how she got started, what she does. She's truly a go-getter when it comes to that kind of stuff, especially she's a great role model for women, especially Latino women coming into the market and learning how to wholesale.
Right. Now that is one of the things, and one of my goals in the future once I get some other things situated in my personal and business, it's to do something, you know, for dedicated or focusing in the Hispanic women. You know, motivating them to come into the real estate business, of course, but any other field that they like, but just helping them, you know, just feel like, okay, you can be productive and effective in any field you choose. So that's one of my things that I will be doing in the near future, because I will get things done. So those are plans. We have a lot of plans on that. We're growing, you know, doing the residential. I feel pretty comfortable in the residential side of the business, but now, I mean, Ron has done some commercial. I haven't, very little commercial, so I'm moving into the multifamilies, which that's exactly what we're negotiating right now. Our first multifamily, but you know, it's just and again, it's a lot of things that need to be learned in that side of the business too, which is still real estate, but it's just bigger numbers.
Yeah, you know, it takes the same amount of time in most cases. It's just what you're learning, you know, how you apply it. You know, time is the most valuable thing we have, and if you waste it, you can't get it back. So, you know, plan your time. You know, it is planned. It's a conscious thing. So don't go into anything unconscious, not knowing what you're doing with no plan. Because, hey, look, from something simple, it's changed everything. So, Candy, I again, you know, she came in this. I guess it would be in an act of desperation to some extent, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Like I had no choice. Either I make it or I make it.
That's right.
That's it.
There was no option.
And there was no option. Yeah.
Hey, I'm scared of her. You know, I mean, seriously. I mean, you know, her plate.
Oh, he's scared right now. Jumping into the multifamily.
You know, Boss 101 for a reason. So.
Yeah. No. The Boss 101 was just an idea. It just we give classes. We give some one-on-one trainings to our students. So it just came. It was you that gave me the idea about my license plate. I'm like, okay, well, let me see. If
She wanted to actually be like me, so I just said, okay, let's do it.
but no, it's more than that, and I tell the students and the people that help us or work with us is like, I'm not nobody's boss. It's like you gotta. This is on your own. You're working on your own. We're just gonna guide you and help you out.
No, that's well said. That boss thing is, Candy, she is the boss.
I love this show, The Boss, 91.1. That's FM. That's great. I like it.
So I guess this, the moral of the story is if you've ever considered investing in real estate, take the first step and go into a few REIAs and sit and listen, mingle with the people, and get a better understanding of what's going on. This is one of those industries where there's no prerequisites of college degrees, needed. It just takes a little bit of hard work, dedication to learning, and then applying yourself, and it can change your life. And it's changed thousands upon thousands of people's lives. And there is no greater industry that's produced more millionaires than real estate because of the multifaceted side of it. So, and it's a tangible item. So you have something of value that you can touch and feel. So is there any final words you may have, Candy, pertaining to anything for the audience?
And just adding a little bit of what you were saying, real estate has and will be changing many lives, and it has changed my life and our lives, completely in a very short period of time, and that's very important. Real estate can actually put you. I remember it was funny before all this. It's like when I would hear about six-figure income, I didn't know what that. I really didn't know what that meant. It's like wasn't at that level, But in real estate can actually put you at a six-figure income, or very very quickly. Within the second year, you're already there, and or the first year. In my case, the second year I was already there. So, that's something that I feel like, okay, without a very high education, you gotta study, you gotta get prepared, but without a very high degree, you can still accomplish, a very good lifestyle. So, and that's it, just again, go surround yourself with the right people, go out there, join a group, and you want to join us, please do that. Find me, Candy Arabia, on social media, on Facebook. I'm all over. But, it's anybody that can help you, just find the right one. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Any last words for our Latino audience?
Pues saludándolos a todos y que se animen a participar en algún evento de inversiones de bienes raíces. Hay muchos grupos aquí en Houston que son muy muy buenos. Si les interesa más información con nosotros, obviamente siempre estamos disponibles. Mis redes sociales, Candy Arabia, en Facebook estoy muy muy activa. Y pues si alguna vez necesitan de la ayuda de nosotros, no duden en hablarnos, y próximamente vamos a estar más al aire, con más tiempo. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. So